Elliot, what the hell did you do to my sister? Where are you right now? Pick up the phone.
Ugh, stop blowing up my phone. Who do you think you are, bossing me around like that? I'm busy right now, okay?
Bossy? Seriously? Who's the one acting high and mighty here? You locked Allison in the garage and put her in danger.
I can treat my wife however I want. You're just her sister, so stay out of it.
I'll never let you get away with this. Do you even realize what you've done?
Huh, yeah. She got mouthy, so I just locked her in the garage for a little bit. No big deal. You need to back off and stay out of my business. I'm on a family vacation right now. Don't ruin it for me.
What did you just say? A family vacation? Are you kidding me? You're seriously insane. She's your family too. How could you treat her like this? What kind of person does that?
I told you already. She got mouthy, so I put her in her place. That's what a husband is supposed to do. Discipline your wife. That's my job, not yours. And you, as her sister, need to stay out of it.
Mouthy? Discipline her? Are you freaking kidding me? You're just making excuses for your disgusting behavior. Do you even know she's in the hospital right now? Yeah, thanks to you.
What do you mean? Hospital? What are you even talking about? Why would she be in the hospital?
When I found her in the garage, she was in terrible shape. She was weak, barely conscious, and wouldn't even respond when I called her. I had to call an ambulance. The paramedics said if she'd been left there much longer in this freezing weather, it could have been fatal. Even now, she's running a high fever and barely making sense when she talks. How can you call this discipline? Are you even human? You're a piece of trash.
Right back at you. Why would you go to the hospital without asking me? I didn't give her permission for that. Here I am trying to enjoy my vacation, and now I'm stuck dealing with this nonsense. She weakens herself, gets hospitalized, and now she's spending my hard-earned money? Unbelievable.
Who's talking? Do you even hear yourself right now? The only despicable person here is you. Do you even realize what you've done to her? Do you have any idea how much she's been suffering because of you?
Wow, so now you think you can just yell at me, huh? Typical. You're just like her. Cut from the same cloth. Both of you are completely out of your minds.
Oh, you really want to talk, Elliot? Right now, I don't care about anything except making sure she gets the respect she deserves. And the least you can do is apologize to her.
Apologize? Why the hell would I apologize? This is a marital issue. Stay out of it. You've got no business sticking your nose in it. It's between me and her, so shut up already.
Marital issue? Don't you dare use that as an excuse. You locked her in the garage in the dead of winter. You have no right to call yourself her husband. I swear, Elliot, you're going to regret every single thing you've done to her.
Shut up. You're seriously so annoying. Stop coming at me. I'm done here.
Wait a second. Elliot. Casey, how's Allison doing? Has she regained consciousness? She's still a bit out of it, but she can talk now at least. I'm glad to hear that. I was so worried something terrible might happen if she didn't wake up. Thank you so much for helping me find her. When I couldn't get in touch with my parents and didn't know who else to call, you came right away. I honestly don't know what I would have done without you, Aunt Melanie. Don't even mention it. Of course I'd help. But I'll admit, I never imagined she'd be locked in the garage like that. Yeah, neither did I. It was such a shock. I can't believe Elliot would do something so horrible. We were supposed to have dinner together, but when she didn't answer my calls, I knew something was wrong. But to find her in that state, it's hard to even process that she was being treated so badly at home. I wonder if she's been dealing with all of this alone. Probably. Did she ever talk to you about anything? Were there any signs at all that something like this might happen? Not at all. Honestly, we barely saw each other after she got married. We'd talk occasionally, but that was about it. I guess I held back because I didn't want to overstep. We'd see each other at family gatherings or during holidays like Christmas, but Elliot was always with her. There was never a chance for us to talk alone. Same here. The last time I saw them was over Christmas. Elliot seemed so friendly and polite, always smiling. He seemed like such a good guy. It's like he's a completely different person now. I can't imagine how much Allison must be suffering. Right? Before they got married, his family seemed so nice. She was so excited about it. I didn't think there was anything to worry about. Every time I saw them, they seemed so normal. I never could have imagined they were people with such twisted thinking. What a monstrous family this turned out to be. It's infuriating. We have to get her out of there as soon as possible. Is his family really involved in this too? I believe so. They sent her pictures from their vacation. Who does that? It felt like they were trying to torment her on purpose. His mom doesn't even have a cell phone, so I can't reach her. But I'm sure she knows what's going on. Oh God. Even so, just getting Allison away from him won't be enough. Guys like him see their spouses as possessions. If she gets away, he'll think it's an attack on his pride, and he'll do whatever it takes to drag her back. We can't let him get anywhere near her again. Are you serious? There's no way I'm letting that happen. If we let him run free, she'll never be able to live her life. I won't stand for it. She deserves to be happy. I can't let her go through something like this ever again. You're right. I totally agree with you. We'll protect her together. No matter what, we'll make sure he and his family can't hurt her again. I'm on your side, Casey. You can count on me whenever you need help. Thanks, Aunt Melanie. I'll make sure they regret every single thing they've done to her. Elliot, from now on, you are not to go near Allison.
Geez, you again? What's this about now?
After what you did, we've discussed this as a family. We've decided you can't be allowed near her anymore. Don't bother visiting her in the hospital. And when she's discharged, she's not going back to your house.
You've got to be kidding me. What's wrong with you? Are you incapable of learning? I told you not to message me during vacation. And I know you're probably reading her phone too. I even sent her those photos, and yet here you are ruining my vacation. You really don't know when to quit, do you? And for the record, the only person in the wrong here is her. She brought this on herself, so don't you dare pin this on me. You're blaming the wrong person.
Oh, really? Then tell me, Elliot. What exactly did she do that was so terrible? What kind of attitude justifies locking someone in a freezing garage in the middle of winter? Explain it to me, because I'm not seeing it.
She had the nerve to say she wanted to go out for dinner with you at night. You don't think that's disrespectful?
Huh? How is wanting to see me disrespectful? Honestly, I can't wrap my head around this.
Ugh, this is why I hate old single women like you. You don't have common sense. Listen up. A married woman going out at night, that's flat out disrespectful. Any woman who goes out at night is asking for trouble. She could have just met you for lunch, but no, she insisted on going out at night. It's suspicious, plain and simple. If someone accuses her of cheating, that's on her. I told her not to go, but she lied about wanting to see you and kept pushing it. So yeah, I locked her in the garage to teach her a lesson. Bet she understands her place now. See? I didn't do anything wrong. I just did what any good husband would do.
Are you serious right now? She never lied to you, not once. She told you the truth, and instead of trusting her, you decided to punish her? And you call yourself her husband? How dare you treat her like this and think you can just get away with it?
Oh, scary, haha. And what are you gonna do about it, huh? Anyone can yell, but what can you actually do? What the hell do you think you're doing?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. Why the hell did you file a report against me? I didn't do anything to you.
Did you know that family members can file a report on someone else's behalf? The garage was clearly a scene of confinement, and there were visible signs of abuse. So, when I found Allison in that condition, I called the police right away.
Stay out of my marriage. What happens between us is none of your business. Other people's homes are other people's homes. Stop trying to impose your self-righteous rules on my life.
You seriously don't get it, do you? It's honestly pathetic. You seem confused, so let me clear something up. In this situation, I'm involved.
How so?
I was the one who found her. That makes me a direct witness. And by the way, the police have been trying to reach you repeatedly, haven't they?
Yeah, so? I don't owe them anything, so why should I bother picking up?
You really don't feel a shred of guilt for what you've done, huh?
Not a bit. Once you're married, the wife has to obey her husband. That's how it works. But instead, you're trying to paint me as the bad guy. Maybe you're just some weird sister-obsessed freak.
Whether or not I'm a sister-obsessed freak is irrelevant. What's relevant is that your twisted, abusive logic won't fly.
Then let me ask you, has she said a word against me? She knows she's in the wrong, which is why she's staying quiet.
Even if she's quiet, I will never forgive what you did to her.
Stop sticking your nose into our marriage. If she's not playing the victim, then there's no crime. Let me talk to her. She'll tell you herself that I've done nothing wrong.
You're going to be found guilty. Everything you've done is out in the open now. If you think your little games and excuses will get you off the hook, you're delusional.
What the hell did you just say to me? Are you mocking me? Are you trying to pick a fight with me? Why the hell am I being slapped with a divorce and a demand for alimony? Just spill. You put her up to this, didn't you? You're the one who manipulated her into this mess. What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me. There's no way she'd want a divorce from me on her own. You must have fed her lies about me to force this.
I didn't do anything except help her see the truth. The divorce and the alimony request were entirely her decision.
What? Her decision? That's impossible.
When she woke up in the hospital, she was still defending you. Even though it was obvious to anyone watching that she was terrified of you. She was trembling, her voice barely audible, like a scared little puppy. She kept insisting it was her fault and she shouldn't have done that over and over. No matter what I asked, she blamed herself every single time. It was clear she wasn't in a normal state of mind. That's why we physically separated her from you. If she stayed with you any longer, she would have completely broken down. We took our time showing her articles about abuse and real-life survivor stories. It wasn't easy, but little by little, we helped her break free from your grip. We needed her to understand exactly what you've done to her.
Oh, come on, this brainwashing nonsense is straight out of a bad TV show. You're joking, right?
Maybe you didn't think of it as brainwashing. But when you keep someone chained down with fear, that's exactly what it is. You controlled her without even realizing it. And when she finally broke free, she came to us in tears, begging for help. That tells us everything we need to know. The divorce and alimony, they're her decisions. She made them of her own free will. She's already hired a lawyer, by the way.
What? So she's actually standing up to me. Unbelievable. You're the one brainwashing her, not me. You meddling idiot ruined everything. Why do we have to get divorced? And let me tell you something. In a divorce, the person who files is at fault. She's the one who owes me alimony.
Do you seriously think yelling and throwing a tantrum will get you what you want? That doesn't work anymore. We've got evidence of your abuse, Elliot.
Damn it, I was so sure no one would ever find out.
Too bad for you.
This is unbelievable. I had it all perfectly planned. How the hell did my affair get exposed?
You even went to great lengths to disguise your little trip as a family vacation, didn't you? Well, guess what? Your entire plan was transparent from the start. You pretended it was a family trip, but you were off traveling with your mistress. And to cover it up, you pulled a very sneaky trick in the book. You sent your mom on a day trip to the spa so no one would be home. You sent Allison old family vacation photos pretending they were recent. You really went above and beyond. Seriously, how pathetic can you get?
Shut up. I planned everything meticulously. I even told her not to call my mom under any circumstances. Why did you call her? How the hell did this blow up?
Oh, that. You made one huge mistake.
A mistake?
Honestly, it's almost laughable how careless you were. The photos you sent Allison? Sure, your mom was wearing long sleeves in them, but the other tourists in the background? All in short sleeves. It was glaringly obvious that the photos didn't match the current season. Anyone could have figured it out. Once I saw that, I started looking into your behavior more closely, and boy did I find some dirt. Your desk drawer stuffed with hotel and fancy restaurant receipts. And since Allison hasn't been taken out to eat in ages, we both know those weren't from dinners with her. Then there's the lipstick stain on your shirt that didn't even come out after washing. The evidence of your affair is everywhere, Elliot.
Damn it. This wasn't supposed to happen. She would have fallen for it.
She was so beaten down by you that she couldn't see through your lies. You robbed her of her ability to think clearly or even stand up for herself. You made her so powerless that even your sloppy cover-ups worked on her. But not on me. Your lies don't work on me. What, I'm not in the wrong here? You're so busted. It's time for you to divorce her. And pay for everything you've done to her, you piece of trash.
Like how I'm paying her a dime? Forget it. I'm not divorcing her.
Geez. Do you really think the only thing you stand to lose here is money? Wow, you're delusional.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough.
Oh, this is such a mess. You couldn't just leave things alone, could you? I had a good thing going on with my family and relatives, and now you've ruined it.
Too bad your true colors came out.
Because of you, my relatives and even my mom tore into me. I can't rely on them anymore. Do you have any idea what you've done?
Oh, I know exactly what I've done. Allison told me you'd never dare stand up to your relatives, so I told them everything. And wow, your family is something else. Turns out there's a pretty influential relative who runs his own business, right? He was furious with you, and your mom was crying and apologizing. That's when I heard about your family history. Tell me, Elliot, why? You saw your own mother suffer abuse right in front of you. You saw her in pain, yet you turned around and did the exact same thing to Allison. And not only that, you've hurt your own mother too.
It's her fault.
What?
My mom, she did things to deserve getting punished by my dad. Why should I have to feel bad for someone like that?
Wait, are you serious right now? She's your mother.
So what? Yeah, sure, she got hit by my dad and cried about it. And yeah, there was a time when I felt bad watching it, but that just means I was the one who was wrong. Once you're married, a man can do whatever he wants to his wife. So if she cried, that's on her. She's the one who was messed up. Why should I believe anything a messed up person like that says?
Wow, you're so broken, Elliot. And while I can feel sorry for the way you turned out, I'll never agree with you. A man can do whatever he wants to his wife? No one has that right. Stay away from Allison. She's not your property.
Shut up. We're still married, so that makes her mine. She's hiding from me, and I won't stand for it.
I'm done with this. I already told you to stay away from Allison.
What are you even talking about? She's my wife. I can do whatever I want with her. And besides, it's not like I even saw her.
How dare you storm into our parents' house? She isn't there.
I only went there to discuss the divorce. You can't just push things forward without me. I'm part of this too. What, are you trying to keep me from even talking about it? If that's the case, then I'll take this to court. Not that you broke nobodies could afford that anyway.
That's funny coming from you.
Actually, no. I've got my dad's inheritance.
What?
Yeah, the old man's gone now. But before he died, he left his money to me. He said he'd rather it go to me than my mom. And I'll tell you this much. I'm not getting divorced. Having a divorce on my record would make me look weak, so I'll fight this to the bitter end. And when it drags on, you and Allison will be the ones suffering. Serves you right, doesn't it?
Enough of this. Let her go already. Just let her live her life. How's Allison doing, Aunt Melanie? Well, her body is recovering, but emotionally she's struggling. She's jumpy at the slightest noise and completely on edge. She thinks every sound might be Elliot coming to take her back. Oh, poor her. It'd really help if she could finalize the divorce soon. Still being tied to him is clearly wearing her down. She's getting more fragile with each passing day. I'll stop by tomorrow to check on her. Mom and Dad said they're coming too. Thanks for looking after her, Aunt Melanie. Of course. I can't leave the house right now anyway. And I couldn't bear the thought of leaving her alone in this state. But didn't you report everything to the police? Didn't they do anything? Well, you know how good Elliot is at putting up a facade. When the police showed up, he put on such a convincing act, I almost couldn't believe it was him. He played the perfect role, like some saint of a husband. Oh no, what an actor. He kept saying things like, we're just having some marital issues. She's upset with me. And I guess this is how she's chosen to express it. It's disgusting. He acted like he was the victim. I went ahead and reported him in a hurry, but next time I'll make sure to catch his true nature on video. That's a good idea, but listen, this needs to end soon. You and Allison won't last if this drags on too long. I know, but it's like he's intentionally drawing this out to wear us down. I don't even know what to do anymore. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. It's a bit underhanded, but I'll use a backup plan. If you think about it, half of this is my fault anyway. You keep handling things the right way, Casey. I'll handle it from the shadows.
Hey, who the hell are you? What do you have against me? You completely ruined my smooth sailing career.
Oh, and how exactly did you get my contact information?
The CEO gave it to me, that's how. But seriously, who the hell are you? What's the big idea spreading lies about me to the company? This is defamation. If you don't apologize and pay me damages, I'll report you to the police. You're just some outsider sticking your nose where it doesn't belong in my marriage.
I'm not an outsider.
What?
Well, maybe not exactly a close relative, but I'm certainly connected. We haven't seen each other since last Christmas.
Last Christmas?
I'm Allison's aunt, Melanie.
Oh, so you're one of their relatives. Why would I bother remembering your face?
And? Earlier you mentioned something about me spreading lies. Care to explain what you mean?
Don't play dumb. You called me some abusive lowlife who commits domestic violence. Why the hell would the CEO even listen to someone like you? I've been contributing a lot to the company.
Oh, that's simple. I'm married to the CEO.
Wait, what? His wife?
Technically, we're separated, but yes. And have you forgotten that your marriage to Allison was introduced by none other than the CEO and me?
Well, yeah, she was introduced by him, but...
And it was me who introduced her to him in the first place. He asked me to look out for his promising young employee, who was looking for a good partner. That's how I introduced both Casey and Allison. But when I learned what had been happening, I had to let him know. He was just as shocked as I was. He never imagined that someone with such a good track record and performance at work would also be the kind of man who locks his wife in a freezing garage, abuses her, and cheats on her.
Because of you, I'm a pariah at work now.
Well, that's good to hear. But don't think this ends here. If my instincts are correct, there's probably more dirt waiting to surface.
What are you going to do about this? Because of you, I've been put on suspension.
That's not my fault.
It's entirely your fault. You told the CEO unnecessary things. You dragged a personal matter into the workplace, and now look what happened.
But the suspension happened because you caused problems at work, didn't it? You treated your wife like property and openly showed your sexist mindset. Honestly, it was only a matter of time before your behavior caused issues elsewhere.
I didn't do anything wrong. This is all a false accusation.
Jeff isn't the kind of person who would hand out punishment lightly or without reason. A suspension is not a minor penalty. It means there was significant evidence of wrongdoing on your part.
Harassment. What's that supposed to mean? Bullying? I'm telling you, I didn't do any of that.
Oh really? I heard you dumped your menial tasks on female colleagues. When they refused, you acted annoyed or sulked. You even harassed some of them behind closed doors, didn't you? And let's not forget mocking their education or appearance when no one was around to hear.
So what if I did? Women are naturally inferior to men. I was just treating them accordingly. What's wrong with that? That's common sense.
Wow, even now you can't manage a single word of apology. It's astonishing how completely devoid you are of decency. The fact that you managed to hide this part of yourself for so long is, honestly, impressive in a twisted way. But you know what? That's over now. Your little charade ends here.
You said you're still married to the CEO, even though you live separately, right?
Yes, we're still married, just living apart.
Then he'll listen to you, won't he? Please help me.
Oh, I can't believe you have the audacity to come to me for help. Your shamelessness is honestly impressive.
I'll do anything. Please just help me out. If this keeps up, I'm going to lose my job.
Well, considering you've been stealing money from the company to fund your affair, that seems inevitable.
Damn it. How did they find out? I thought I'd covered my tracks perfectly.
For someone who isn't earning a high salary, it's suspicious when you always seem to have extra cash lying around. The moment they noticed, it was only natural to investigate your workplace. And your clever trick of skimming a few thousand each month to avoid detection? Little by little, it added up. Like they say, even dust can pile into a mountain.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Why is everything falling apart? I was just acting within normal boundaries.
Normal boundaries? You've got to be kidding me. A man who disrespects his own mother, abuses his wife, and embezzles from his workplace? Your normal is the definition of outrageous.
Fine, I'll change. I'll divorce Allison and leave her alone, I swear. Just help me before I lose my job and get buried in debt.
Oh, I don't think that's possible. You've shown no remorse whatsoever. You haven't apologized to Allison, not even once. You're not feeling any remorse at all, are you? The words of apology won't come out because deep down you fundamentally believe you've done nothing wrong.
That's not true. I am sorry, I mean it.
Then prove it.
Huh?
Divorce her, pay the compensation she deserves, leave your job, and settle the damages. If you're truly sorry, that's the least you can do. And one more thing, never go near my nieces again. If you can do all of that, maybe I'll consider showing some leniency, but I doubt it. Because deep down, we both know you're not sorry.
Why are you doing this to me? You're not even directly involved.
Maybe not directly, but Allison and Casey are like daughters to me. I've watched them grow up and I care about them deeply. So when someone hurts them, I have no problem making that person suffer twice as much. After all, you said it yourself. It's only fair to discipline someone for bad behavior, isn't it?
Ugh. If I lose my wife and my job, what's left for me? I can't rely on my family anymore. My friends are all distancing themselves because of the rumors at work.
Start over, alone, from scratch.
No. And so, having lost everything, Elliot fled to a distant town and started working a live-in part-time job. However, with the mountain of debt he incurred from paying alimony to Allison and damages to his former company, nearly every penny he earns goes straight to repayment. He now lives a meager life, barely scraping by enough to eat. Of course, his mother and extended family cut ties with him completely, refusing any financial support. Even his friends abandoned him, leaving him to face a life where his sole purpose is to pay off his debts. On the other hand, Allison has been slowly regaining her strength after the divorce. Thanks to Aunt Melanie's recommendation, she began working as an office assistant. Though it's been challenging for her to adjust after being a housewife for so long, she looks much more vibrant now than she ever did during her marriage. While she insists she's done with marriage for good, I hope that someday she meets someone truly wonderful and finally finds the happiness she deserves.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.